Hey guys, so here on the workbench today, we're trying the budget build again with this HP something tower. It's an AMD processor in this guy, so that's interesting. It appears that I've forgotten an HP screwdriver, so let me go get one of those. Okay, we now have the sacred HP screwdriver, so we can get some work done on this machine. So this guy was ready to be recycled, so only has DVI in the back. It has 4 gigs of RAM in it at the current moment, over one stick. It's an AMD processor of sorts. It's pretty dirty in here, but that's okay. So we're going to see if we can upgrade this thing a little bit to make it a better computer. First we need to find out if it works or not. That was a sudden light flash. Okay, got myself a DVI too. Okay, we're not going to be able to DVI to VGA. We're going to have to hook up a DVI cable, so I will be right back. Okay, so let's find out why the system was destined to the scrap. So I now have DVI plugged in and a power cable. So we're going to go ahead and hit the power button. Okay, we have fans. The screen came on. Alright, we have an A6-3620 CPU in here, which should be decent. Gave me a keyboard error, so it looks like we're good to go. That did not sound healthy. So let's begin our upgrades. Make sure you drain the power out of it, because it'll do that even after the cable's unplugged. So our first easy upgrade, which anybody should be able to do. You could put this board in a different case if you wanted to as well, if you just got a system to change out boards. But anyway, right down here are your RAM slots. There's one stick in, and we're going to be upgrading with this other 4 gig DIMM. You can see there's a little notch, which will prevent you from putting it in the wrong way. So then what you do is you just put it down in here, boop, boop, and then you click it in. Simple. Look at that. So I know this isn't like fully budget, but these systems you can score pretty cheap. So now let's move on to our next set of upgrades. Moving on down the line, what good is a PC if you can't use it? So in my trusty ESD bag, we have a 256 gigabyte silicon power solid state. And then you just plug in your SATA cables to that. And just tuck that down in here somewhere. Normally you'd screw it in. I'm probably not going to use this computer after this video, so that's in there and done. Okay, so I found a screwdriver that should do the trick. So there's just one screw here. You just want to take that out, preferably all the way. Take off your bracket, take out that bracket. Take your video card, line her up. I got yelled at in one of my last videos for abusively putting in a video card, so we're going to try to do it gently this time. Okay, but this card does not want to go in, I don't know why. There's my head. There we go, it's in. And we're going to screw this back on. And this video card does not require any external power, which is why it's perfect for this machine. Also on this machine, I don't have a side panel. That's okay. And we're going to go ahead and replace the CPU while we're in here. Let's move my light over a little bit. So you're going to undo these 4 screws around the CPU cooler. I'm going to try to record more while I work on systems, but there's only so much I can do at work, so. Anyway, you can put some different processors in here. I mean, this A6 should be plenty, but You can get these systems for about $50 or so on eBay, 50 and up, with like 4 gigs of RAM or no RAM and no drive. You can bump it up to 8 gigs of RAM for pretty cheap. You can upgrade the CPU if it comes with a lesser one. I would recommend putting a graphics card in if you're planning on gaming on it. If you're not, then don't put that in, because this thing would make a fine system normally. And that's what I mean. A lot of these will have very, very dried up thermal paste. So you're just going to want to take a we use these cloths. You can use anything, paper towel, and you just go ahead and scrape it off. I'm not being too careful. You probably want to be more careful, but the system was off to the scrap anyway, so. I'd like it to still boot up afterward, but then we can clean off the CPU cooler as well. Let's give that a good scrub down. Scrub it up, dub. Then we got some of this cheap thermal paste here. You can get a tube of it for nothing. You just want to do it about a pea-sized drop. Well, it's a little bit more than a pea-sized drop, but do as I say, not as I do. It's not going to harm anything if you get thermal paste down in anywhere. It's not conductive, so unless you're using liquid metal, then you might be a little screwed there. And you want to tighten at an angle here. So the ones across from each other, you want to tighten first. That way your cooler stays down. You can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. And it doesn't have to be like over tight. You just tighten it enough. So you think that it's probably okay. Well, you want it to just stop turning, but don't keep going once you go past that. Alright, so we'll do a quick test to see if there's any beeps or anything. And then this cable goes into your graphics card now, if you add one. If not, then plug it into your motherboard. There's going to be a separate video of testing out this PC for games and whatnot, but for right now, we're just doing the build for this. That didn't sound too hot. So far we're getting nothing on the screen. Okay, that's odd. So what I would recommend trying first, nothing beeps, is try taking out your video card, but I have a slight feeling that that RAM is different, so let's go ahead and remove that. Alright, let's give it a go now. That's weird. This video card might not like the output. So we got a post before. Let's try the internal video. It's an odd computer. These are some of the fun things that you encounter while building your own custom PC. So output. This graphics card might just be dead. I might have to switch it out with a different one, which is entirely possible. I'd like it to not be dead, but that was my entire idea centered around this build. Okay, let's try a different video card here. This one might just be toast. So let's try this card, which I had on hand for this video as well. It's a little bit less powerful, but you can score these for like $20 on eBay. This one still has DisplayPort on it. Okay, that works. So I guess our video card is just no good. What a shame. I was really hoping. That was a decent graphics card, but we do have a video card in here now. The last video, that computer just didn't like graphics cards in general, so. Alright, let's add in our extra stick of RAM. And then I'll get Windows up and running, and we'll see how speedy she is inside of Windows. So it should post our 8 gigs of RAM, and indeed it did. So that's good. You can't see it, but you can trust me, it posted. That power supply does not endure hope in me. I don't know if you can hear that noise. Windows booted, actually. So I might not have to reinstall Windows. I don't know what's on this solid state, though. But, so you're going to want to plug in. This one doesn't have Wi-Fi, so you're going to need an Ethernet cable. And we're going to go ahead and tip the computer up, and I'll take you guys down, and we'll check out Windows on the screen. So here we are on the monitor. It's at a weird angle. This monitor does not like to be on, well, off the wall, but anyway, it's upside down for me, but for you guys, it'll be right side up. So we're going to take a look. So to get into the boot menu, well, actually, for you guys, let's not right side up. Move the camera here. That'll be right side up. And now you guys see the tower. Okay, so to get into the boot menu, you want to press F9 on this HP at least. And then you want to pick the flash drive that you're going to be installing Windows off of. Oh, shit. This monitor, I don't like it. Need like something to put underneath this. Got some IO shields over here. I can tuck one under. Okay, so then we'll have to next install now. Then you can pick, I don't have a product key, you can type that in later even if you do have one. I bet this one has home on it, so we're going to pick next. Then you gotta pick this box here, then hit next. Custom, Then hopefully you don't need anything on this. You can just press delete. I need to see this monitor here. I'm struggling to use this thing upside down. Huh. Alright, and then you can, once you have the unallocated space. Oh, well, there goes the monitor again. You know, I really hate this monitor, but it's a decent display, so. Yeah, it's not the power cable, it's the socket in the monitor. It's jacked up. There we go. So once you get past all that stuff, and the monitor turning off, you can pick next. And it'll install right to that solid state for you. So we'll let that happen, and I'll come back. The monitor will probably be on the wall. I'll probably be in different clothes. It'll probably be the next day, and then we'll get some games downloaded on this guy, and then we can test out our gaming performance for some lighter titles and stuff. So hope you enjoyed. Let me take this out of here real quick. You can see the system and everything. So it's pretty nice. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll probably be in different clothes. It might be a different setup. So see you later.